If you love rare coins, valuable old currency, and discovering hidden treasures in everyday pocket change, then you're in the right place in today's video. We're counting down the top 5 coins that collectors are searching for right now. Some of these coins may look ordinary, but their market value in dollars can be surprisingly high. So stay with us until the end, because one of these coins might already be in your collection. Let's get started with today's top 5 coins. Top 1. The Washington quarter was first issued in 1932, honoring George Washington, the first president of the United States. By 1972, the U.S. Mint was producing clad coins for everyday circulation. Coins without a mint mark were made at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced very large quantities because of high production numbers. Most 1972 quarters are common, but condition and errors can still make some valuable front design fine condition obverse. On the front side, you'll see George Washington's profile, the word Liberty, Indiana. God, we trust the date 1972 if the front is in fine condition. Facial features are visible, hair details are clear. Lettering is readable. Collectors always prefer a coin with a strong obverse. Even if the reverse has problems, back design damage condition. The reverse shows a bald eagle with wings, spread arrows, and olive branches. United States of America, e pluribus unum. $quarter damage on the back may include scratches, dents, corrosion heavy, where reverse damage usually lowers collector value, unless it comes from a mint error. Let's be honest, and clear damage caused after minting reduces value. Cleaning or polishing makes it worse, however. If damage is light and obverse is strong, collectors may still keep it. Mint errors on the reverse can add value. Always check if the damage looks natural or factory-made. Rare errors to search for some 1972 quarters are valuable because of errors. Double die lettering, off center strikes. Clip planchets, die cracks, or Cud's wrong planchet, very rare. Error coins can be worth $60 to several $100s. Now, let's talk about real market value. Front fine, back damaged. $1.25 to $3 fine, extra fine, no damage. $4 to $10 uncirculated condition. $12 to $30 error coins. $50 to $3.50 plus back damage alone does not increase value. Should you keep this coin? Keep it if you enjoy collecting. You want to learn coin grading. You suspect an error. Don't expect big money if damage is heavy. No mint error is busy. Be still. It's a great historical piece. The 1972 Washington quarter with no mint mark is common coin, but condition and errors matter. That a fine front with damage back has limited value. Still collectible for beginners. Always check both sides carefully. The Washington quarter was first issued in 1932, honoring George Washington, the first president of the United States. By 1972, the U.S. Mint was producing clad coins for everyday circulation. Coins without a mint mark were made at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced very large quantities because of high production numbers. Most 1972 quarters are common, but condition and errors can still make some valuable front design fine condition obverse. On the front side, you'll see George Washington's profile, the word Liberty, Indiana. God, we trust the date 1972 if the front is in fine condition. Facial features are visible, hair details are clear. Lettering is readable. Collectors always prefer a coin with a strong obverse. Even if the reverse has problems, back design damage condition. The reverse shows a bald eagle with wings, spread arrows, and olive branches. United States of America, e pluribus unum. $quarter damage on the back may include scratches, dents, corrosion heavy, where reverse damage usually lowers collector value, unless it comes from a mint error. Let's be honest, and clear damage caused after minting reduces value. Cleaning or polishing makes it worse, however. If damage is light and obverse is strong, collectors may still keep it. Mint errors on reverse can add value. Always check if the damage looks natural or factory-made. Rare errors to search for some 1972 quarters are valuable because of errors. Double die lettering, off center strikes. Clip planchets, die cracks, or Cud's wrong planchet, very rare. Error coins can be worth $60 to several $100s. Now, let's talk about real market value. Front fine, back damaged. $1.25 to $3 fine, extra fine, no damage. $4 to $10 uncirculated condition. $12 to $30 error coins. $50 to $3.50 plus back damage alone does not increase value. Should you keep this coin? Keep it if you enjoy collecting. You want to learn coin grading. You suspect an error. Don't expect big money if damage is heavy. No mint error is busy. Be still. It's a great historical piece. The 1972 Washington quarter with no mint mark is common coin, but condition and errors matter. A fine front with damage back has limited value, still collectible for beginners. Always check both sides carefully next. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States. The year 1998 is important because it was the final year of the traditional Washington quarter design before the 50-state quarters program began in 1999. The Denver Mint D mint mark produced millions of quarters in 1998, making most examples common, but condition and errors still matter. Front design details, fine condition, obverse. On the front of the coin, you'll see a left-facing portrait of George Washington, the word liberty. At the top, I am God, we trust. To the left, the year 1998. At the bottom, the D mint mark near the ribbon. In Washington's hair, in fine condition hair, and facial details, our visible lettering is readable light, where it appears on high points. Fine condition coins are popular among beginner collectors. The reverse side shows a bald eagle with wings spread, a bundle of arrows and olive branches. United States of America, e pluribus unum. $quarter in fine condition. The eagle's wings and body remain visible. Some feather details may be worn. All text is clear. Is the 1998 D quarter rare? Let's be clear and realistic. In normal fine condition, the 1998 D Washington quarter is not rare. Millions were minted and circulated. However, it has historical importance. It is collectible, as the last pre-state quarter error coins can be valuable. Rare errors to check. Some 1998 D quarters are valuable due to mint errors. Double die obverse or reverse. Off-center strike, clip planchet. Die cracks or cuds. Wrong metal errors, very rare. Error coins can sell for $50 to $400 plus, depending on rarity and condition. Market value today. Now, let's talk about market value today in U.S. dollars. Fine condition, no errors. 50 cents to $1.50 extra fine, to almost uncirculated $3, to $10 uncirculated $15, to $30 error coins $50, to $400 plus without errors. This coin usually stays close to face value. Should you keep or sell? Keep it. If you're building a Washington quarter set you like collecting pre-1999 quarters, you want to learn coin grading. Sell only if it has a confirmed mint error. It is in high uncirculated conduit. The Washington $quarter 1998 D mint mark is a common coin, but it holds special value as the last year of the classic design. In fine condition, modest collector value, strong historical background. Educational value, always check your coins carefully. Sometimes value hides in small details. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to the Coin Spot. Comment below if you own a 1998 D quarter. Remember, even modern coins can become future collectibles. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States. The year 1966 is very special in U.S. coin history. Between 1965 and 1967, the U.S. Mint removed mint marks from coins to stop people from hoarding silver coins. That's why your 1966 quarter has no mint mark during this period. Millions of quarters were produced for circulation, making most of them common today. Front design details, obverse. On the front side of the coin, you'll see a portrait of George Washington, the word liberty on the top, the phrase, I am God, we trust. The year 1966 in dusty or worn condition. Hair details. Maybe weak letters may look faded. Surface may appear dull or dark. This is normal for coins that circulated for many years back. Design details. Reverse. The back side shows a bald eagle with wings spread, olive branches and arrows. The words United States of America, e pluribus unum $quarter. If the coin looks dusty, dirty, or scratched on the back, it usually means long-term circulation or storage in poor conditions. Dusty or damaged condition. Does it increase value? Let's be very honest here. Dust, dirt, or damage does not make a coin rare. Cleaning the coin can reduce value. However, light dust or natural toning is acceptable. Some collectors keep damaged coins for learning purposes. Only mint errors or high-grade condition increase real market value. Even common coins can become valuable. If they have errors, check your 1966 quarter for double die, letters, off-center strike, clip planchet, die cracks, or cuds. Wrong metal, very rare. Error coins can be worth tens or hundreds of dollars market value today. Now let's talk about the market value in U.S. dollars. Heavy circulated dusty condition, $1.25 to $2.50 fine condition, $3 to $5 extra fine to uncirculated, $5 to $25 error coins, $50 to $300 plus, depending on rarity. Dusty or damaged coins usually stay near face value. Unless an error is present, should you keep or sell, keep the coin if you are building a collection. You enjoy U.S. coin history. You want to search for errors. Don't expect big money if the coin is badly damaged. There are no visible mint errors. The Washington quarter $1966 with no mint mark is an important part of U.S. history. Even though it is not rare, its value depends on condition, errors, collector demand. Every old coin tells a story, even common ones next. The Washington quarter was first issued in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday and became the regular U.S. quarter coin soon after, designed by John Flanagan. The obverse front features Washington's portrait, a design that stayed largely unchanged for decades. In 1971, the U.S. Mint continued issuing quarters as usual, striking millions of them at Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. 1971 was not a special anniversary year like 1932, but it's still popular among collectors because it's the first year after the huge coin demand of the late 1960s show close-ups of mint marks on coins on U.S. coins. The mint mark tells you where the coin was struck. No mint mark equals Philadelphia D equals Denver S equals San Francisco. Many 1971 quarters bear the small D on the obverse near Washington's neck, and that's the one we're focusing on. But here's the twist. The size and style of the D can vary slightly depending on factors like die wear and the exact die used. That's important for collectors in coin collecting. Condition is king. Coins are graded from poor P1 to asterisk mint state, MS70. A damaged or low-grade coin might have heavy wear, scratches and gouges, cleaning marks, bent rims, corrosion, or environmental damage. Most dealers pay pennies on the dollar for very worn common date quarter, but sometimes even a bad coin can have value if it's rare or has a notable variety. Unlike some early Washington quarters, the 1971 D is not extremely rare. Millions were minted. So the key is not rarity alone, but whether there's something unusual about the piece. Possible reasons: a bad condition 1971 D might still attract buyers. Die varieties, subtle differences in the die that struck the coin. Historical interest, early post 1965 quarters are now 60-plus years old. Collector demand. Sometimes the Denver Mint quarters are slightly scarcer in certain grades. However, a plain 1971 D quarter in bad condition is generally considered common, not rare. Let's talk real market numbers, what collectors and dealers are paying in today's market as of 2025. Important. These values are approximate and depend on the actual condition of your coin. Value breakdown: condition grade approximate. Value USD. Poor, heavily damaged $1.25. $3 good G4. $2 $6 very good VG8. For $12 fine F12. $10 to $20 extremely fine EF45. $15 to $25 about uncirculated $30. $40 uncirculated MS60 plus $50 70 plus. For comparison, truly rare errors or certified high grades can fetch hundreds or more, but that's not typical for 1971. D, unless the strike is unusual. Show examples of grading differences. Check for strike quality. Clear details on Washington's hair end. Cheek double die, doubling on lettering or date. Postman damage versus mint error. Sellers often mislabel damage as error. Professional grading. An MS65 plus certification can boost value significantly if you think your coin has an actual mint mistake, not just wear. Get evaluated by a reputable dealer or grading service like PCGS/NGC. In the online marketplace, eBay, Facebook, etc., sellers sometimes list plain 1971 D quarters as rare or highly valuable. Always compare to sold listings, not just asking prices. Focus on actual sold prices. Clear photos. Grading terms used correctly. Avoid listings with buzzwords like very rare without proof. So what's the bottom line? The 1971 D Washington quarter is a fascinating piece of numismatic history. And yes, even in bad condition, people sometimes want it. But unless it's an authentic die error or certified high-grade coin, most heavily worn 1971 D quarters are modestly valued in the market. That said, every coin has a story, and sometimes even a worn quarter can surprise you next. The Washington quarter was first issued back in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, and what started as a commemorative piece turned into the regular U.S. 25-cent coin we still use today. From the 1930s all the way through the early 1990s, the obverse featured the classic portrait of President Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This design is iconic and instantly recognizable to coin collectors and everyday folks alike. By 1974, the U.S. Mint was producing millions of quarters every year to meet growing demand for change, commerce, and collecting. The design was stable, no major changes, which means many coins exist from that year in all types of conditions, show comparisons of mint marks on U.S. coins. The mint mark tells you where the coin was struck, no mint mark Philadelphia. Mint D Denver Mint S equals San Francisco Mint in 1974. Philadelphia was producing quarters for circulation and for collectors. Most of the widely collected coins from that year, especially those struck for general use, don't have a mint mark. So when we say 1974 with no mint mark, we're talking about the standard Philadelphia circulation strike. Condition matters. Grading and damage in coin collecting. We always talk about condition, because that's what separates a common coin from one that commands attention, and value coins are typically graded from poor, fair, good up to mint state. A heavily damaged coin may show deep scratches or gouges. Heavy where smoothing out details. Environmental damage, corrosion, or pitting bent rims, or dense cleaning marks that hurt the surface. Most collectors want coins that are crisp and clear. But, and this is important, sometimes damaged coins still have collector interest for historical or era-related reasons. Here's the key. The standard 1974 Washington quarter with no mint mark is not generally considered rare. Millions were struck and circulated widely. However, coins that have exceptional history or features, even if damaged, can still attract buyers. For example, error coins miss strikes, double dies, off-center strikes. Transitional strikes, subtle differences from die polishing, unusual mark placements. Historical provenance coins with documented backstories. So while a plain worn 1974 Philadelphia quarter isn't rare just because it's old, it might still be interesting to some collectors, especially if there's something unusual about it. Now, let's talk real numbers. What are collectors and dealers actually paying for 1974 quarters with no mint mark, especially in worn or damaged condition? Typical values for 1974 no mint mark quarters. Condition/grade typical value USD. Poor/heavily damaged. $0.25 to $1 common change value. Good $1 to $3, very good $3 to $6. Fine $6 to $10, very fine. $10 to $15, extremely fine. $15 to $25, about uncirculated. $25 to $40, mint state $1.40. $1.75 plus. These numbers are general ranges and can fluctuate based on market demand, coin condition, and how the coin actually looks up close. Notice that damaged or very worn coins, even collectible Philadelphia strikes, are typically worth face value, or a few dollars at most, unless there is something unusual about them. Show examples of certificated error coins. So what can make a damaged coin more valuable? Common value drivers, mint errors, double die, obverse, /reverse, off-center strikes, broad strikes, missing elements, die varieties, minor die differences recognized by specialists, eye appeal despite damage. Even coins with where it can fetch higher prices if they have great visual appeal, if you think your coin might fall into one of these categories. It's worth getting it looked at by a reputable coin dealer or submission service like PCGS or in GC online marketplaces can be tricky. Many sellers label coins as rare or valuable without justification. Always look at actual sold prices, not just asking prices. Compare clear photos, be skeptical of buzzwords. Rare uncirculated. Error, ask experienced collectors for opinions. So here's the honest bottom line. A 1974 Washington quarter with no mint mark, even in badly damaged condition, is generally common and usually worth only a few dollars at most, unless it has genuine error features or something unusual going on. That said, every coin has a story, and sometimes a hunt for that story is fun. Part of collecting. Have you found old quarters like this in your change? Drop a comment below. We want to hear your stories. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more coin history, market insights, and collector tips. turn on notifications so you don't miss our next numismatic deep dive. Thanks for watching and keep digging for treasures.